Today is Saturday and I will be installing the drawers and the slides. The top one right here will slide out to be a table, and then I'll have one drawer slide out here, and then another drawer that slides out from the bottom. Those are going to be pretty big drawers and they're going to be great for storage. The table is going to be great obviously for eating and just hanging out. My dad is going to help me since it is Saturday. He's available and he loves this type of work. He loves woodworking and just creating things. So he's really good at that. He's going to come out in a bit and help construct the drawers while I'm hanging these drawer slides. With the drawer slides, you need to have them completely 90 degrees and they need to line up on both sides. So right here I have two 2x4s, and so those are what the slides are going to hook onto. So like that. So each side is going to have a slide. It's very simple idea, but it needs to be meticulously measured out and put on there, because if it's not, it'll be a little wonky of a drawer. All right guys, well, let me bring you along for the ride. Woo. Let's get to it. These are boxes that we already made about a week and a half ago, but putting in the drawers and realizing things that we had to tweak because of the battery box, we decided that we are going to revamp these because they don't fit into the drawer slides. So we're just going to shave a couple things down, put a new face on there, and construct the bottom of the drawer as well so they fit inside of those drawer slides. So yeah. Pretty easy. All you do is make a box and just, I mean, you really have to get, the important thing is you have to get accurate measurements for your slides. So putting your slides inside the van first and getting the measurements then is really crucial.
Crucial.
You want to put your slides in first, measure it a bunch of times and figure out exactly how big you need your drawers to be instead of making the drawers first. So we're going to go ahead and redo these and make a new face for the front and the bottom. Put the table slides on and they look good. So I measured, let me show you, I measured this distance and I think this was about 24 inches. So I was gonna measure the table to be 24 inches, but I think I want the table to come out a little more. So that would leave like a little bit of like a lip right here, which I think would be cool, like especially if you're charging things, you'd have like a little place to put it. So you're gonna have like a little shelf like this. But when it comes out, it's going to be, this distance overall is going to be about 30 inches. So it's going to come out a little farther, so the table's longer, which I like. So my dad is finishing up the two lower drawers here and I'm solely working on the table. While he's finishing up those drawers, he's putting the bottoms on them right now. While he's finishing that up, I'm actually gonna go watch my friends get married. They're getting married online because of COVID. Can't have a big celebration. So they're gonna have a live stream and I'm gonna watch that. It's a happy day. My dad is a better straight cutter than I am. I still have a lot to learn. Mom brought us some sugar cookies. They're really good. Really nice on a crappy rainy day.
I swear, I don't know why they're so
squirrely. I think I want to use smaller ones.
Got bad news, guys. These slides, the ones I was really excited about, I bought for $10 at the restore. I was really looking forward to putting them on and utilizing these drawer slides. They don't work. They've been with me through this entire build, and I have to retire them. They work fine, like so. They'll probably be good for something. My dad could probably figure out a use for them somehow. But unfortunately, these do not work for the table slide. It was just becoming really complicated to get them to line up. I tried several different methods, and this ended up happening. If you see this one, it's a little vent here. It's not supposed to do that, it's supposed to go in. Reconstructed the plan though, and so what I'm gonna end up doing, I have one on right here, but I'm gonna just do some wood blocks as tracks, sort of. So what that's gonna look like, I have my other piece of wood here. So what that's gonna look like is one's gonna be on that side, one's gonna be on this side, and then I'm gonna have two top pieces, and essentially the wood is just gonna slide right in through there. It's gonna be a long piece of wood. So yep, I'll just install those. It's a lot more manual, it's a lot easier for me to kind of see and visualize what's going on, because the gear slides, I mean, there's a lot going on here, and I don't know what I did wrong, but I did something. Really sad, because this was like day one of the day one kind of things. Really looking forward to putting that in, but that happens. I'm gonna end today a little early just because it's rainy, I'm cold, and this has been a minimal amount of success for the day, so I think I just need to end on a good note once I get these up. My dad installed these drawers in. They're a little wonky, they're a little weird, little off, but that's okay. Like, they work really well. I'm really happy with how they come out really easily, and they even stay in there pretty well. So like if we're driving, they won't like fly out. They're pretty sturdy. Happy about these. My dad's working on the last one. We'll probably get that in tomorrow as well, hopefully. But I'm gonna install this last piece of wood and probably call it a day.
I didn't fix it yet.
Oh.
I'm trying to figure it out. The problem is this is a 1/4 inch smaller in the back than the front, so I'm just trying to play with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Huh.
But I'll figure it out.
They look good.
Yeah, they're still crooked. And I'm trying to get it so it stays on the track correctly.
Alright, my dad picks up the drawers. They work really well. He did an awesome job. I am so happy with how they work. He did a great job. So these are those tracks I was telling y'all about last night that I'll put the table through. The table's being stained right now, and I'll put a coat of polyurethane on, and then the table will just slide right in there and come in and out. So pretty cool that I have that. Just put these pieces up to bud the facade up to, because there's some pieces on the other side. So I have these pieces to put the facade on. I'm cutting the piece that goes over this front right now, and I'm sanding it. And it is cold, y'all. It is so cold. It's like winter, like, I don't even know what they call it. Winter conditions, like a winter warning, winter condition warning. I'm sure everyone up north is like, what the heck is that? that's just when it's really cold and it's raining and there might be ice on the ground. But it is pretty cold. I have these toe warmers in my shoe, and I got the sniffles because I'm cold. And I got my little heater going in the garage. So I'm gonna keep working and try to get this facade all worked out today, sanded, painted, and then maybe put it up tomorrow. The walls have dried overnight and they are all ready to get put up. They're a little wet still because it's cold out here. But I'm gonna put these up anyways because I can paint over them again. I realized that like with all this painting I'm doing, it's good to have a base coat, but trying to get it perfectly painted to put up on the van is kind of unnecessary because it is gonna get scuffed in the transport and the assembly in the van. So honestly, painting it to make it look perfect is not very necessary. So I think what I'll do is at the end, my final touches, I'll paint over everything. One last coat to make it look nice. So these are all ready to go in the van. I'm going to go ahead and install them. At least the side panels. I have 3 panels for 2 sides near the benches and then the middle. Just like what I did with the walls, I'm going to countersink using a special countersinking drill bit so that the nails lay flat. These boards are in, they're nice and secured. Everything looks all right. Now I have to me and my dad are gonna put in this board right here, but we have to cut out where the drawers in the table come out, as well as this extension cord surge protect that goes right to the inverter. So we have to cut out holes that will match all these components. It should be fine. We have a really good tool. The oscillating saw is really good for that. And this will look really good once it's done. It's like it'll be a nice clean look. Kind of get rid of all that ugliness underneath. This is exactly why you don't take a belt sander to the wall. So I'm trying to shave down these nails right here. The belt sander has worked before with nails, but I didn't take into account how it would rip up the wall. That's okay though. It's not terrible. Like it just took off a bunch of paint, so I just need to paint over it. Now I'm just trying to like feather out all those spots that have like chunks taken out of them. Make it nice and smooth. So this is with a belt sander, but then on this wall I'll show you was done by hand. So this is the wall I did by hand. So you can see the difference between that wall and this one. It's just nicer, and the screws, well the screws countersunk a lot better after I got a little used to it and which nails to use. This wall over here, the wall to my left, is the one I was kind of learning, as you remember, how to put on the walls. And these screws are not the ones I use throughout the van. the ones I used on the other parts of the walls countersunk better. So it does look better for many reasons, but one of the main ones is because I did not use a belt sander. I did it by hand. Sanding with just this is for the belt sander, this is for the oscillating sander. But if you look closely, you can see where they are, but it's nice and flush. You can see that. So I'm going to, while my dad is working on cutting that front piece, this facade piece, cutting out the drawers and stuff and the table and the electrical components, I will be sanding down the screws. So I use a 80 grit first to get all that gunk off, and then I'll use the 120 grit to feather it out. This nail is a little hard because it didn't countersink as well. So on these ones, it's a little better looking. And some of them will have little bumps, that's okay. Nice and feathered. So the screw is still like sticking out a bit, but I think it'll be fine once you put a coat of paint on. It'll just be like a slight bump. It's not a huge issue. I don't think it warrants spending more time on. Things are taking a lot longer. So I'm gonna test out the oscillating saw. It's a little more gentle. Let's do this one. Took a lot less time, so that's good. I think I'll try it out.